Welcome back, everybody. This is your girl Angel Mia, and this is day 9 of being a small creator on YouTube. And today we're going to talk about TikTok ban and coming to YouTube. Now, there are many TikTokers out there who are getting a little nervous and anxious about the whole TikTok ban that are supposedly going to be happening on the 19th of January. Now, there's so many of them on the platform. I believe it's like 170 million that are freaking out because, hey, a lot of them make a lot of money, a lot of good money on TikTok. I should imagine this is amazing news for the likes of YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, and each one of those platforms is going to be utilizing the best way they can to get those people to work more on those platforms. As a small creator myself, I think you're going to be very successful in that sense. YouTube kind of works slightly differently to TikTok, although I've never been a big TikTok user myself. I have an account there, don't really use it as much as I could do. I hear that it's great money on TikTok, but it's also great money on YouTube if you know what you're doing with the algorithms. Now, every day I've been sharing statistics as a small creator on this platform, and bear in mind there are lots of small YouTubers absolutely smashing it at the moment. My numbers are down, but I think that's because I'm still playing with settings and I could be propelling further myself. So I'm studying every area that I can to make that happen and being honest, sharing realistic statistics with you so you get an idea of how it generally works. Now, not everybody propels straight away. There are many elements involved that could be propelling them forwards, but we still all have the opportunity to move forwards and shouldn't be put off in any way, no matter how slow it is to start with, because all it takes is one video to go viral or one video that has more popularity, that spreads around more, and you could really propel forwards even quicker on the YouTube platform. Now, first of all, I'm going to share the realistic statistics that I have from being on here as a daily YouTuber. Now, my statistics are currently 29.5 watch time hours, and this is like day 9 for me on YouTube. I have 19 new subscribers, and my second video is still the highest rated video out of all of the ones that I've done, but they're all still picking up, they're still progressing forwards. Now, I heard today whilst watching other YouTubers and their videos, and people seem to be talking about the fact that the way you can be put in front of more people to get more views is if you keep being consistent with the same kind of content each time you upload another video. If it relates to the previous, the chances are they're going to go back to the previous ones, because supposedly the algorithm could be changing up, and in that algorithm YouTube are going to be seeing how people keep going to your other videos and keep being engaged in your previous content. That will then propel you in front of other people on the platform. So that consistent engagement from subscribers is going to be a key element to moving you forward in 2025. Now, this is what I've heard. Whether that is true with the algorithm on YouTube, I'm not sure if it's changed in that direction, but that's what people seem to think and believe. So I'm just sharing that with you today. I haven't had much time to research it, but I wanted to mention it so maybe you could look for yourself and find out to see if that were to be true. Because at the end of the day, that would be an advantage for you, and that's going to be an advantage for me, right? Now, let me motivate you a little. I'm 45 years old. I have an anxiety disorder. I've experienced depression in the past, and I've been one of those people that have shut themselves away due to these conditions, and I ended up developing agoraphobia. And over time, I managed to combat depression, combat agoraphobia. I was able to step outside again and do all these wonderful things. Anxiety still comes and goes. So you can imagine, as a small creator, going into this head on and being somebody who experiences anxiety, it can be very off-putting when you see all these videos on YouTube dissuading you from propelling forwards in some way, because a lot of people don't like the realism of life or facts that things could go wrong. But that's the same with anything. There's going to be highs and lows, but those things are there just to nudge you in the right direction, not to stop you in your tracks from doing what you want to do. But if you have any kind of conflict inside, of course that voice will battle with you, because then that's what the mind does. The mind is always going to play with us when it comes to anything that we dream of achieving in life. no matter how big or small. And I don't know about you, but I'm certainly someone that has that conflicting voice very often with anything that I desperately want to achieve or do. Of course, right? Because we set our heart on it and we fear that very thing not happening. And that's why that voice kicks in and says, no, you can't do this. What's the point? You're not going to make it. Why don't you focus on something else? And when that happens, do you ever experience slight comfort in the moment thinking, I'm going to find something more suitable for me, more safe in that split moment, and then you walk away? Yeah, that's happened to me way too much in the past. And now I'm back here on YouTube after a year away, after doing 2 videos, and I'm determined to make it as a small creator. Now, there are tons out there you can research on YouTube and see their statistics, their hashtags, their information they're using, see what they're talking about. Take inspiration from us all, not just me, but others. You need to find that motivation and inspiration to keep you going because you deserve this. We all deserve this. And as a new creator, you can make it. Okay, so don't be put off by any of the analytics that you get on the YouTube app. Don't be put off by what other YouTubers are saying. Take in the valuable information and notes that other people have been sharing with you, but try not to focus on the biggest YouTubers. A lot of them will say, go find the big YouTubers and see everything they're doing to be successful. But the problem is they've already established their success, so of course that might not necessarily work for a small creator. My advice is go find the small creators and see the ones that have already started to see success and take your motivation and inspiration from them. And if you need motivation and love, my aim is to motivate and inspire you to do better, to succeed, because if I do that for you, ultimately I'm doing that for me. Because when I'm talking to you, I'm actually talking to myself as well, and let's face it, I really need to hear it. I need to be my own cheerleader whilst I'm being yours. So don't give up on yourself. You can make this happen, and let's do it together.
Oh yeah.
I think there's some sort of small creator revolution going on, and I think we're going to see a massive change all over YouTube because of this, especially if people are coming over from TikTok to YouTube. So don't feel disheartened and think it's going to be even more competitive. Just come and do what makes you happy. Join the platform if you haven't already. Get started with being a YouTuber if that is your dream. Don't just do it because I'm telling you to, but you've obviously come here for a reason. If your aim is to still make money from social media and you still want to be seen, then I think YouTube is a fantastic place to be. With some of the previous settings I've discussed in the previous videos, I wouldn't say there was a massive change or difference. The other day I added keywords in on the channel settings, not the video settings. And those keywords you should always put in related to your niche, very things that you share in your videos collectively, because supposedly they put you in front of more viewers. So I have made that change. I've made sure they are there. I've also set the country settings to my country, because supposedly that helps the algorithm too. And we shall see if there's any great benefit from that. I think ultimately it's what you give back on YouTube that keeps people interested. It's important to be yourself. It's important to enjoy the process because that will come through on your videos. There are gonna be many people looking for answers, quick answers, and you may be able to give them, and if you can't, that's okay too. Maybe your niche is vlogging. And although a lot of creators are saying don't start off vlogging because there's no real way to propel forwards with it, I am now seeing other creators on my algorithm say don't listen to that, continue, just go for it with the vlogging. But they're also offering vlogging styles that seem to be working, so it's mixed results in terms of vlogging, and vlogging's always been very appealing to me, but to be honest I'm not very brave in that sense to show myself and my life in that way. Who knows, maybe in the future, right? But other niches that seem to be doing very well seem to be the stuff to do with the home, cleaning. I know ASMR is a huge thing, or is it AMSR? I always get those two back to front. But I know that seems to be a big niche for many people. I've caught myself drift into that niche quite often on YouTube and enjoying watching people do things to their home. Also, anything to do with making money seems to be one of the biggest subjects on YouTube, so they tend to propel forwards. But just be careful with this, okay? Because one of my major beefs right now is the YouTubers that say they're copying other people's success just to prove if it works. Then they do the process, they end up being successful, they show off their rewards of YouTube plaques and how many subscribers and views they got. So the stuff they focus on and showing that they can replicate is stuff that's called brain rot content. And it's where there's all these little shorts or videos that show you selling an item or get your free item, and it could be something to do with like a slushy cup. Now I'm using this example because I saw a YouTuber recently replicate their success in a video just to prove that they could do it and get money and results. Now this is all good and well for his content, but I don't like the way it's influencing other people to make money with such crap things. It's like heartless, it has no real usefulness or purpose, and we're leading younger generations into this type of content just to think about making money, and it's really the wrong way to go. So I take my hat off to anybody who provides genuine, no crap, useful content on YouTube. And that's something that I work towards, and that's the kind of standard that I hold for myself, because I wouldn't want to mislead anybody along the way. So be careful of those YouTube videos, because not only is it wasting your time watching those videos just to see their success, when all everybody really wants is to see the genuine small channels see how they've made their success, because that's where a lot of people are coming from. They don't want to see this, they want to see how to go from this to this in the most genuine way. Please subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my other videos informing you about all these interesting things to propel you forwards as a small creator, and leave me a comment on the video saying genuine if you reach the end of the video and you enjoyed the content. So I'm sending lots of love to you all. Have a wonderful day, night, keep it bright, lots of love. Mwah. Angel Mia. See you on the next one.